Am I live?
Yeah.
Okay, check and see. Because also the fan is over here. It's blowing at me because, and it might affect the microphone. When the fan is blowing on you, the wind typically hits the microphone. What was I talking about?
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm good?
Yeah.
Could you move this fan? As much as I would love to have the fan, I swear it's going to hit the microphone. And then later I'm going to be listening back like, I hate this thing.
Okay.
Thank you. Also, do you want to turn on the AC?
Do you
Huh?
want to?
I don't know. You're not hot?
No.
Okay. I'm waiting a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm not for the whole sit here for like 30 minutes type of situation. I can't today. Anyway, I'm in a different area of the room because we moved the TV. And we moved the TV because things have been moved around. Things have been taken out. Things have been taken out. I was going to say put back in, but no, nothing's been put in. I'm trying to take everything out because we're moving. I'm so flippin' excited. So, right, look. You ready for this? So I have to take off my nail polish. And you know what I like to do? I take off my nail polish, right? Get in front of the camera. My kids aren't home. You know what I mean? They don't need my full attention. That's the problem when you got kids. If you got kids, there's no going live. There's no, even shooting a video, if you don't want them in it, bro, you're not getting 5 minutes to yourself. So they don't need my full attention right now because they're not here. So I was like, okay. So here's the thing I was going to do. I was going to go, my kids left. I'll get to that in a minute. And then I was going to just lay down and scroll through YouTube or something, because I've been going for the last 2 to 3 days. And before that, my mind's been going for a week or two, maybe more, maybe a month. So when I went to the bathroom, I was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom and come back. Let's just lay down and watch whatever, right? As I'm in the bathroom, I heard God say, the end of an era. And I said, I'm going live, aren't I? I'm going live, aren't I? An end of an era. So it is an end of an era. It's the end of an era because we're moving. For now, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for God to place me where He wants to place me, right? So this is how it works when you listen to God and you follow God, you obey God. You wait for Him to tell you to move. So that's what I'm doing. So in some way, somebody will knock on the door and be like, hey, come with me. Or somebody was like, get out. And I'll go out and then God will tell me where to go from there. That's typically how this works. I've done it several times. It's uncomfortable, but I think I'm used to it. I'm still good, Gabby?
Yeah.
I'm so used to it. It's like I'm just waiting. So I've been packing. I've been throwing things away. So it's an end of an era because Daniel has moved out. Did you catch that quick smile? And then, sadly, he took with him my children. He took Nadira. So sad. I miss hearing her little jokes in the morning, just being all wild and loud and crazy. And then he took Dia, who, my baby. And then he took Newbie too. All of them have jobs, so they all decided to go and get an apartment together. I miss them so much. But they're grown. They wanted to get out of here. I have to follow God's word to a T because I don't want to risk anything. So when God tells them to go, He tells them to go. And then when He tells me to go, then I'll go. I'll go somewhere else. So right now Daniel or the kids, and with Daniel, he has like 3. But all of the ones that have jobs, he took all of the ones with them so they can be on one lease together. So I'm happy to have each other. I'm super duper happy about that. I missed them so much. I barely slept last night. Last night was the first night I slept without them. I miss him so much, and I think it's because I have like a codependent issue with my children. I really do. Like my son typically hugs me first thing in the morning when he goes to work, and we usually hold hands. I know it sounds crazy. He's 18, but he's my baby, and we've been close since he was born, obviously, right? So, but when I say we were close, he didn't even want to go to he didn't want to go to kindergarten. He didn't go to kindergarten because he wanted to stay with mama. He couldn't separate. So, and me being mama, I fueled that codependent thingy, you know. And even when he was about to leave, he was just like, and I'm like, but he's a big boy. He's gonna be fine. He's a big boy. He's smart. He's hardworking. He's so sweet. He came from work today. Him and Dia both came from work today. By the way, they literally got from work at the same time. They work at the same place now. They both came over here, fresh off of work, just being young and being lovely. And they came in and said, I must have looked sad or something. Exhausted is what I looked like, right? So he says, do you need me to take the kids? I'll take the kids to our house. I'll take the kids. Really? You'll do that for me even though you just got off work? So sweet. And Dia has work for, she has a performance coming up, so she has to practice for her performance coming up in her classes and stuff. She's still like, I'll take the kids, I'll take the kids. I'm blessed. That's what I'm going to tell you. I'm blessed. Even if they're off on their own, doing their own thing, they're still like trying to take care of mama. So that's good. Thank you. Praise the Lord for that one. But yes, we're not all under the same roof anymore. So it's definitely an end of an era. And I was like, so I've been for the last 3 days, today included, packing up stuff, throwing away things we don't want, because I feel God getting ready to move me. I can feel him. I just feel it. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know anything, but that's just, God's way. Right? But I can feel it. I can feel it coming to an end. Now, there's stuff I don't say because you guys wouldn't understand. But I'll say this. When you follow God, we have this saying in the spiritual world. If God tells you to move, you don't move, he'll burn the house down. You're going anyway, right? So, and it's not just a saying. It's happened to a girl that I know. God told her to move from the house. She didn't move. Their house ended up catching on fire. I bet she moved in. She moved. But because he told you to do something, you didn't do it. So, but for me, when the signal that it's almost time for me to go, things will start breaking in the house. I'm not kidding you. It's like God took his hands off it, and it's like, well, I'm done. You're done. No longer welcomed here. This is not where you belong. So we've had the shower leaking from the ceiling. So I think the neighbor flooded their bathroom. Hooray for us. And then the toilet itself, I don't know if you hear that, but it's hissing in the background. That toilet is broken. So it will not fill up. And I'm just like, and it's funny because my son, when it happened, he's like, why is everything breaking? He was like, oh, I know what this is. Funny. But yeah, he knows what it is. He lived through it. We always live through it. Every time it's time for us to move and God's moving us, things break. I don't know why. It's like God saying, this is not for you anymore. It no longer serves you or something like that. So, yeah, things breaking. Anyway, so that's it. It's an end of an era. I'm just gonna sit here and take my nail polish off. Listen, I broke a nail. But I'm not sad about it because my nails grow so fast. I'm not sad about it. I'm not. It's fine. I've had this nail polish on for a while, so I gotta take it off. It looks raggedy. It looks beat up. But I did break a nail, and I'm like, but I'm not sad. Before I used to cry. If I break a nail, seriously, I used to bring out the tears. Bro, I don't feel like doing this right now. What I want to do is just lay down and relax because the kids are gone. So, they took him over to Daniel's house, to their daddy's house, is what I call it, daddy's house. But it's all their house, but I call it daddy's house just to make it simpler for them. They're still trying to figure out what's going on, why my siblings and my daddy is not here anymore. They're still trying to figure that situation out, but they love going to their house and running around. So, yeah. So, I was over there yesterday. We were getting them settled. It was just really nice to see them happy in all their space. And okay, my nail polish is peeling off. I don't like this nail polish. Anyway, so I broke a nail. You want to see this one? It just came right off. I was just so sad. I was like, I'm done. It was sad, but I wasn't like crying. But I'm just like, oh, whatever. I got my hands a little too wet. I usually wear gloves, but I got my hands a little too wet doing all of this stuff around here, cleaning and packing and stuff like that. I'm really, really, really ready to go. I'm now with stuff breaking. I'm really ready to go. I'm tired. I need more space. I need to be able to decorate and clean and cook, because I really want to pick up cooking. I'm super excited for that. I want to do stuff. I want a backyard, Lord, if you hear me, so that I can walk with my feet in the grass, not knowing that, you know, there's no poop in the grass until I get a dog or something, you know what I mean? But it's definitely in that era. We're hopefully all going our own way. Now, I will say this, if God does put me over there at that apartment with them, I would gladly go, because my children are there. I'm happy. But I would rather my own space. I feel a peace when I'm on my own. I feel content. I think at peace is the best way I can explain what I feel when Deo and I are fully separated, not under the same roof, right? There's a sense of peace, a sense of freedom, if you will. Yeah, I think definitely peace. That's what I can say. But also sadness, because my kids are like, daddy, you know what I mean? They're just like, daddy is their everything, like daddy. So it's sadness and also peace, but I have to go for my peace. They can always go over to their daddy house to their daddy. I'm never gonna stop that. That's not a thing. And I have older kids that could just shuffle them over there back and forth. You know what I mean? So there's no, my kids are willing to do it. They, you know, they don't mind taking them over there and letting them hang out. I mean, their dad's not there now, but so they still take him over there even when he's working. I don't care. I'm blessed in that way. Praise the Lord. I'm not going to hold y'all. I just wanted to come in and say, yeah, it's the intimate era. I don't know exactly when I'm leaving. That's up to God. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. Also up to God. But that's how I live. I don't live like everybody else. I don't just pick up and go when I want to. And let me explain to you why. Here's why I don't just pick up and say, oh, let me go find me another apartment. Let me go find more space. Let me go do this. Let me go do that. I don't do that because I expect Jehovah to pay my way in life. I expect him to provide for me. So I don't move on my own accord. I don't like bills that I can't afford. Right? Every time I'm due to pay a bill, I always have the money for it. I don't have that problem. God said not to depend on the government assistance and not to depend on food stamps, welfare, and cash. None of that. Depend on me. So that's what I've been doing. I've been doing it for years. And I've never had a problem. I don't, and it's gonna sound weird. It sounds weird, but whenever, because it's weird to you because you don't understand that. You've lived that. But when you live it, trust me, when you lived it for years, you get kind of spoiled, and it becomes something you expect. So I expect Jehovah to make sure that I have a place to live, right? Or make sure that my bills are paid. Even if I don't have a dime in the bank, my bills will be paid. I don't ever worry about a bill. Why? I haven't done it in years. I don't understand people who do worry about bills. If I need to pay a bill, money will show up and I pay the bill. So that's just how I've always been. Well, not always. Let me not lie that. It's been like that for 5 years? 7 years. 7 years. 7 years, because that's how long I've been spiritual. So ever since I became spiritual, he's paid for everything that I've ever had. So I don't worry. I've learned that lesson. I feel like being like everything else, being broke is a lesson. And when you learn that lesson, what do we say? It is removed from your reality. So no, I don't stress over bills. I don't stress over money, because I know he's just going to show up. It always does. So that's why I don't just get up on my own accord, because if you are going to expect God to pay your way through life, which I do, make sure that I'm able to pay my way and buy the things that I want and buy the things that I need, then I'm obedient to him, right? I have to listen to him. He tells me when to move. He tells me where to go. He tells me, right? Because he's paying the way. Like the saying your parents used to say, I pay the cost to be the boss. He pays the cost to be the boss. He's the boss. He's paying the cost to be the boss, right? This is true with anything. I wanted some sunglasses, and these sunglasses were Ray-Bans. I love my Ray-Ban glasses. Oh, so nice. But I couldn't justify spending that money, $200-something, on some sunglasses. I mean, I know there's more expensive out there, but for me, I'm just like, ugh, do I really need $200 sunglasses? Is that something I really, you know what I mean? Should I spend that on my kids or whatever? So I was like, I'm not going to buy those. That doesn't make any sense. Why would I spend that much money? I could do something else with that money, right? So I went to sleep. I had a dream. I dreamt that I was wearing the sunglasses. The next, I think it's 2 weeks later, maybe 2-3 weeks later, I had the money in my account, way more than enough, over $1,000 in my account to buy the sunglasses. And I was instructed to buy the sunglasses by God, buy the sunglasses. This is what you wanted, buy the sunglasses. That's how it works for me. I don't know about anybody else, but that's how it works for me. And I'm not saying, because I know that people say, oh, God tells me to ask. Yeah, he does. He tells you to ask people for money. If that's what he asks you to do it. Do it. Be obedient. That's the key. It doesn't matter what he tells you to do. If he tells you to do it, do it. Do it. Why? Because eventually he's gonna be like, okay, you listen to me. And he's not gonna have you do that anymore. Also, too, I just heard this, yes. Sometimes you asking people for things is a lesson for them. And if they don't provide, then what happens to them is what happens to them. Because if God's telling you to do it, there's a reason for it. There's not just, oh, I can't give it to you, so you go ahead and ask somebody else. No, that's not it. It's either you need to learn to ask for help, or they need to learn how to give, right? Because God could just make it appear. I've had money just appear in my account several times. That's just how I live. Y'all already know. When I was staying in the hotel for that month of December of 2023? I stayed in the hotel for a month. I didn't come here. I went straight to a hotel because I needed a break. I didn't pay for that hotel. The money, every time the bill was due, it just showed up in my account. Every time. So it's not like he can't do it. That's the point. It's not like he can't do it. It's that either you need to learn the lesson to ask for help, or those people need to learn to give. So there's a lesson there. There's always a lesson. So that's just how I live. I've always lived for 7 years. It seems like always, but for 7 years I've lived on Jehovah. Even when I was in my last apartment, we largely depended on God. When he decided that he didn't like what he was seeing, what was going on, he dropped everything. He was like, nah, I'm not supporting this. So either you go with him or you go with me. You know what? You either go with him or you go with me. You know I'm going with God, right? Because he never let me down. He may want me to learn some lessons, maybe some harsh lessons. But he's never going to let me down. That's for dang sure. And the lessons are for you to become stronger, more resilient. Yeah, we lose people and we lose things and we lose money, but who cares? In the grand scheme of things, who cares? Because the point is for you to learn this lesson and move on. And when, say if you you walk away from a business, huh? Why do I feel like who am I talking to? Because I feel like somebody needs to hear this. Who am I talking to? Because that just came up. Who am I talking to? Right? You have to be listening. Somebody's listening. If you lose business, 'cause I didn't lose any businesses, but if you lose a business, you have to separate yourself from the business. So you have to walk away. I don't know who I'm talking to. You have to walk away. But this is a stream of thought I'm getting right now. You're going to make more money by leaving that business. There's something you're supposed to do. Leave the business. Leave it behind. I don't care how much money you leave on the table. Who cares? Because you stand to gain more money by leaving that business and listening to God than you do by sitting there. Right? Because if you sit there and he tell you to leave that business, who am I talking to? I really, like, who am I talking to? When you sit there and you sit there with that business, you didn't listen to him, so he's going to make sure that you lose money on that business. That business is going to crumble. That's, like I said, he tell you leave the house, you leave the house or it burns down. You don't leave the business, it burns down. It's going down. Huh? Who am I talking to? Who's not listening? Who's not listening? Somebody ain't listening. Because I felt that in my spirit. I'm like, well, I don't have a business. I don't have a business that I'm leaving. Who are you talking to, Lord? I got you. I'll be your messenger. Everybody wants to get mad at the messenger. I'm just the messenger. He say what he say. I'm just sitting here saying what he want me to say. I don't feel comfortable in this spot over here. I was comfortable where I was. But the TV's over there now. And currently Leah's playing some type of game over there on the PlayStation. So, oh right, I have Leah with me. My helpers. They have been incredible. All my kids, even my kids that are not here, they're amazing. Okay, let me just put that out there. They're not over here like, screw you, I'm leaving, I'm out of here. That's not what they're doing. They're not doing that. They're just like, you know, they're going on their own path, you know? I'm following God. That's not what they're doing. They're not following God. I'm following God, right? That's my path. So they're amazing. They're doing what they want. They're doing what they're doing. They're learning their lessons on their own, right? They're learning. Everybody's learning their lessons. Everybody's learning lessons, right? So I have Leah and I have Maya, and I have Gubby and King and Aria. So my helpers, they get stuff done, y'all. They get stuff done. Leah is a straight up cleaner. She will clean and organize, and I need her in my life. When I tell you, when I get money, I'm gonna pay her to be a housekeeper because she's a cleaner. She's a cleaner. Maya, she literally takes care of the children. My second helper. She's just amazing. Amazing. And these are adults, so they'll decide to say, oh, you let your little kids, nah, Leah's 24. Maya's 21, about to be 22. So no, these are grown adults. If they want to go get a job, they could. But this is what they want to do. They're right here next to me helping mommy out. That's what they do. And Gubby, she's still in school. She's my assistant. She assists me in whatever I need. She's amazing. I can't help it if I'm blessed. God put me in the right place with the right children and gave me the help that I needed. So I can't help it blessed. These kids do exactly what I need them to do. They help out so much. Even my kids who are working, they're always, Dia's over here come talking about, oh, you need groceries over here. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to go get you groceries. Newbie's like, yeah, we'll go tonight and get them some groceries. And their house some groceries. Come on now. I've been blessed. I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to tell you. And Nadira was paying the rent on this place the whole time. I'm blessed. I can't help it. I can't help it. These kids take care of me. They love me. True. The money just flows in. True. We got God on our side. We know what we're doing. So, that's that. End of a flipping era. I tell you. Once I get off this dang camera, right? I'm gonna not continue to take off this nail polish. I'm gonna sit here with jacked up nails, and I'm gonna lay myself back down. Because my kids will be getting home soon, you know. They'll be home, and then I'll have to take care of them. So I might as well lay down now. Ugh. And of course, Maya went with them. She's, you know, she's the mama hen. She's watching. She wanted to go. I told her she could stay, but she wanted to go. All right, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I don't know when I'm actually going to post a video. I don't know what to do with the channel now since we're all spread out. We'll see. I mean, it's not like I'm not over there and they're not over here. They're still around. We're not that far from each other either. So literally down the street. So we're not that far from each other. But yeah. That's it. I'm hanging up. Gabby, we're hanging up.
Okay.
You should say bye from behind the camera since you're always there.
Really?
You should. All right, we're hanging up. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.